High school football teams across Acadiana prepare for a season like no other. In the middle of a pandemic, the practicing, the preparation. Here's First and 10 Opening Drive. Sponsored by Albertsons.
Hi, hello, and welcome into another edition of First and 10 Opening Drive. I'm George Faust.
And I'm Madeline Adams. The new season kicks off September 3rd, and tonight we showcase teams all across Acadiana.
Let's begin with Class 5A, where Acadiana is the defending 5A state champs, and this is the state's largest football classification. The Rams trying to do something unprecedented in Louisiana high school football history.
That being win a third consecutive state championship. West Monroe in Class 5A is the only other team to do it in this classification.
If the Rams are to make history like that, Acadiana will rely on their talented defense to create havoc for opposing offenses. Head coach Matt McCullough.
Overall, we've had a good summer. I think we've had a good first 2 weeks of practice and continue to just keep getting better.
The Rams defense features 3 Division I players, 2 of which are headed to the SEC. Defensive end Walter Bobb, an Alabama commit, and defensive back LaTerrence Welsh, who will call LSU home for college.
I'm trying to be there for my team, be that guy to help us go to the state championship.
On offense, there will be some changes, but not in the way the Rams run their offense. They're still running to veer, but it'll be with a new signal caller.
We had a quarterback back, but we moved him to defense because we believe in our young quarterbacks and we think they're going to be good. So we actually got about 6 or 7 guys back. So I think we have the opportunity to be good on offense.
Trying to catch the best 5A program in the state won't be easy for the rest of District 3 5A. The Southside Sharks are one of the teams hoping to make some big strides in 2021. Head coach Josh Fontenot says they are adjusting to their talent at Southside and hope that translates into wins.
On offense, Landon Batiste is going to come in as a starting quarterback, and he's always been a receiver. Played quarterback as a young kid, is going to play it again. Landon's understanding of the offense is going to help us to advance. As the more Landon can do with it, the better, the faster we'll advance.
Over at Lafayette High, head coach Cedric Figaro enters his second year, and the culture turnaround continues for the Mighty Lions.
We're trying to get better every day. We tell our kids to be the best you can be. You know what I'm saying? So we're striving for that. We have some, like I said, offensive guys that returned last year. Receivers, we got 5 guys that returned.
In New Iberia, Kurt Ware enters his second year with the Yellow Jackets as well. Nish coming off a 7-3 year, and Ware knows there's a lot to replace this season, having lost an offensive combo that accounted for 37 touchdowns.
Well, we got a returning quarterback, Christian Walker. We're expecting big things from him. We got a lot of offensive linemen back. We lost 3 really good running backs, and we're young in the secondary, so we have to lean on up front and our quarterback.
Word on the street is that the Lake area schools are a bit down this year. If that's so, Barb, Sulphur, and Sam Houston may have a bit of a good excuse with hurricanes and ice storms dominating their offseason. Como enters the 2021 campaign with a new head coach in Eric Holden. He believes a fresh face in Spartan country could be just what the doctor ordered for a turnaround. One thing is for certain, District 3 5A may not be the strongest this season, but it will be entertaining because of the storylines surrounding these teams.
The Acadiana Wreckin' Rams have 6 state championships, including 2 consecutive in 2019 and 2020. I recently sat down with Rams head coach Matt McCullough to talk about the legacy of Rams football and the future of the program.
Well, we got a group of seniors that have played a lot of football games. We got multiple guys. Some of them are 3-year starters, some of them are 2-year starters, but we got some guys back that have been a big part of our state championships the last 2 years. I think this group is doing a good job of leading. They had a good summer. It was a more normal summer. Of course, now we've had some stuff kind of come back up, but we had a normal summer, and I think they're ready to go and ready to play in the scrimmage and jamboree and then get ready to go.
Obviously, you wanted success. Did you expect the amount of success you got, and how quickly it's come to you?
Well, I don't think you ever expect that much success, but the bottom line is we wanted to keep the tradition alive. We wanted to try to win every game we played. We wanted to have the opportunity or the ability to be able to win every game we played, and you know, our guys have been working hard. We got a really good coaching staff. You know, our defensive coaching staff, the offensive coaching staff that helps me do a tremendous job. And, you know, we put in a lot of hard work to have the opportunity to do that, you know.
The improvements around the stadium continue. Is there anything else happening?
They put a brand new track, which is a big deal. We had a center track for a long time. They put the brand new press box. You know, we like a grass field, so hopefully I can keep that forever. They give us some turf one day. I hope it's on a practice field. But the field house is something that's really good because it puts us closer to the practice field, puts us closer to the game field. We better come back, and it's just something that we needed. We probably needed an upgrade on the weight room, and just some different things that the locker room's going to be a little bigger, so you're going to better house more players. So it's stuff that's really going to help, and I think the facility out there is going to also help a lot of the other sports because they're able to use that weight room and some of the stuff that's in there.
All right, now on to another class with not one local champion, but two.
That's right, one champion in the select division, one in non-select, both looking to defend their titles this year, along with other teams hoping to challenge those powerhouses and have breakthrough seasons.
We got a lot of good teams. We got to bring it all the time.
We feel like every game that we go play this year is going to be a tough one.
There are lots of teams we're going to be playing that are used to winning football games.
Arguably one of the toughest districts in Louisiana high school football, 5-4A housed two local state champions last season, the Karen Crow Bears and the St. Thomas More Cougars. Let's start with STM, a team very used to winning football games.
State champs, baby, let's go.
In 2020, the Cougars went undefeated, capping off the campaign with their second straight state title. The powerhouse only returns 3 starters, one of them being the #1 quarterback in the nation, LSU commit Walker Howard.
You know, obviously the end of the goal is to win a state championship, but we're going to take it one game at a time for sure. I mean, our goal is to defend our state championship titles, and I think we'll do that very well, especially with Walker Howard being our leader. You know, he's a great leader, knows what he's doing, and I think on defense too, Jude LaSala is a big one too, so I think we'll do really great this year.
Last year, the Karen Crow Bears took home their first state title since 1992. Several seniors from that team left big holes to fill, including but not limited to the 1-2 punch of running backs Kendra Williams and Traylon Prejean. Head coach Tony Corville says senior running back Dante Derjean will be one of the guys to step up.
Even last year as a junior, he got some considerable amount of reps, over 700 yards rushing, so he took advantage of his opportunities. I mean, I think he averaged like close to 10 yards a carry.
We was really focusing on getting bigger, faster, and stronger, you know, and getting our plays and stuff right. Just getting right to keep the legacy going.
Trying to prove we're still here. You know, a lot of teams are counting us out. We lost a big senior class. We think we could be just as good or better, you know, trying to prove that.
Down the interstate, the Turlings Catholic Rebels returned just 2 on offense and 5 on defense. Head coach Dane Chaponche says the experience on defense should allow for more versatility when it comes to schemes.
I think we got a lot of good experience back on defense. I think we got a lot of good athleticism. We got speed. That's what you always want to have on the defensive side.
I think our defense has a lot of speed and a lot of heart. We may not be the biggest, but man, we fly around the field every single time we get a tackle. It's all 11 people all around the ball every time.
Right down the road, Northside returns more starters on offense, and the Vikings will lean on the leadership of a 14-member senior class.
My returners from last year, I watched them grow up, you know, this last past spring and the last past summer. So expectation for them to be great. I really think that we have enough kids to return last year to step up and make some noise this year. So expectation for them is always be great.
5-star safety Derek Williams is one of the 20 starters returning for Westgate. The Tigers boast a ton of talent on both sides of the ball, including third-year starter Brennan Landry under center.
We just feel we got a lot of players all that come in here and contribute. We don't really kind of just maximize on one guy, whatever. We just feel like when the ball's in your hand, that's our motto. We all make plays, so when the ball's in your hand, go make it.
We got most of our starters coming back. We just got a real good team this year.
Moving to District 6-4A, Brobridge enters a new era under first-year head coach Stephen Lotif, looking to get back to the Tigers' glory days.
Trying to get better, trying to bring it back to the old days of Brobridge where it was nothing but success, 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 success.
We're looking to overcome what everybody think that we're going to do. Like last year, we didn't have a really good year, 3-5. We're looking to be better than last year.
Cecilia claimed the District 6-4A title last season and is looking to carry on the success.
Several all-district guys that that have started for, 2 to 3 years, in the backfield especially, starting with the quarterback. And just kind of goes from there. A lot of senior leadership guys that have been playing a bunch.
I'm just expecting a great season with my fellow teammates that I've been with for the past 4 years, putting in a lot of work and stuff like that, looking forward to a great season.
After a 1-6 season, the Beauchamp Gators look to bounce back after a tough year. And Opelousas rounds out the district, returning 7 starters in the 2021 campaign. In District 4-4A, the Eunice Bobcats have 4 returning starters and expect to be tested early.
I think this team has potential, but with inexperience, sometimes you got to take a couple of lumps early in the season until they get that team experience. So we try to hope to make the best of it of what we can.
North Vermilion returns 16 total starters, 10 on defense. The Patriots are looking to bounce back after their 2-4 season last year with more experience at every position.
It's our first year in probably about 2 or 3 years that we don't have a sophomore starting on the field, so that's a big deal for us, especially being in 4A. Pretty much every spot on the field is filled by a junior or a senior this year for us, so we're really excited about what this season holds for us.
Games are won in the trenches, and the Rain Wolves have some depth there that will be key this season.
On offensive line, 2 3-year starters, and Josiah Eagle and Trayvon Williams. So we're really excited about those two kids. They're going to anchor the offensive line, and they'll flip over and give us some time on defense as well.
So it's crazy when you're going down the list of 4A teams to realize all the talent we have here in Acadiana. STM back-to-back state championship, looking for a 3rd in a row, and Karen Crow winning their first since 1992. So a lot of talent here in Class 4A in Acadiana.
That's right, and look, Karen Crow is going to start off with Acadiana in 5A. That's going to be quite an interesting game. Of course, we have the T Cotton Bowl as well coming up in the first week of the season. All that. We got a lot more to do. We're coming back right after this.
I'm Karaski Melvin. Lafayette Christian Academy comes into the season after winning the state championship for the 4th year in a row. Coming up, we look ahead to the night's drive for 5.
You're watching First and 10 Opening Drive. Sponsored by Albertsons. Welcome back to the show. You're watching First and 10 Opening Drive. George and Madeline guiding you through the wild and woolly world of high school football.
We've taken you through some of the best teams in Class 5A and 4A. In Class 3A, there are 12 Acadiana area teams also looking for success.
In District 6-3A, the St. Martinville Tigers have to be the favorite to win district. They went unbeaten in district in 2020 and finished the season 8-3. They have 10 returners on the offensive side of the ball. Kaplan also has a chance to make some noise in the district. They have a first-year head coach in Corey Brody and returning talent on the field.
Iota head coach Josh Andrus has 14 seniors that will provide depth for the Bulldogs. Jennings and coach Rusty Phelps are just 2 seasons removed from a finals appearance, a game many of these current players have played in.
We have 11 seniors from the last 2 years that sophomores. A lot of them played in the Superdome in the state championship game last year. A lot of them started for the quarterfinals.
As the new season gets underway, head coach J.C. Arsenault and the Church Point Bears more than determined to get back to the state playoffs.
News 10 Sports' Jonathan Bulot explains what the road to redemption means for this football team and the obstacles it will take for them to get there.
After a devastating ending to their 2020 campaign with a loss in the Class 3A semifinals to Madison Prep Academy, head coach J.C. Arsenault and the Church Point Bears are out for redemption in 2021.
Redemption means getting themselves back in the semifinals and correcting those mistakes that they made that prevented us from making it to the finals and having an opportunity to play for a state championship.
With 12 returning starters as well as 15 seniors on the roster, the Bears have a battle-tested team with impact players on both sides of the ball. But with uncertainty about experience on the offense coming into this season, those impact players on the defense will be critical throughout the year. players like 6'3" defensive tackle Jamarion Cheese Citizen is prepared to lead the Bears and help them get back to their winning ways.
I just want to give, see the experience as a team to actually make it to the state championship. So I just want to, help lead my team, everybody, put in the effort to get there.
The Bears should get some added firepower to their offense with dynamic outside linebacker Andy Brasino also taking snaps at running back, making an extra effort in his senior season to get back in the state championship picture.
I'm going to try to help the team as much as I can. Whatever Coach Jay asks me to do, I'm going to try to go in there and play with all my best.
The Road to Redemption Tour for Church Point kicks off with a tough slate of 3 consecutive road trips to start off the 2021 season. Week 1, the Bears will travel to Port Barre to take on the Devils in what will be a defining season for the program. Reporting in Church Point, Jonathan Bulott, KLFY News 10 Sports.
All right, Jonathan, thanks so much. Moving to 2A, here are some of the key teams to watch. Head coach Louis Cook and his Notre Dame Pios looking for a real redemption of their own, trying to return to the state championship for the first time in 4 years. The Pios defense expected to be stout as usual. New quarterback Nick Swacker will have new weapons like Lucas Seymour at running back, Zach Lamb and Teddy Menard at wide receiver.
Loreauville, led by Colin and Caleb Jacob, is poised to make a deep playoff run. The quarterback-wide receiver twin duo anchors an experienced group of returners. And Catholic High New Iberia, another team who made it to the quarters last season, have a veteran-heavy group and can use that maturity for another shot at the state title.
The concern is, the 5 offensive linemen, all of them are pretty much playing for the first time. So I guess how we go on offense is going to be determined by how fast they grow up. I think we could be pretty good on defense, and hopefully the other guys, the new guys, will fill in and do a good job.
We do have a little bit more depth than what we've had in the past, especially on offensive and defensive lines. When I first got here, our numbers were really low in those areas, but now, as far as numbers-wise, our offensive defensive lineman is our biggest group, actually.
We're going to lean heavily on 25 guys. Those 25 seniors are going to have to lead our team in good times and in bad times. We're going to face adversity. There's no doubt. We got a real tough schedule this year.
All right, Division III has been ruled by one team the past 4 years, the LCA Knights.
This year comes with change, though, as Jacardi Carter is no longer the Knights head coach. News 10 Sports' Karaski Melvin reports on the Knights' quest to defend their titles.
The LCA Knights ended 2020 as state champions for the 4th year in a row. However, that team is different from this one, especially at the top.
Hello, Acadiana. We begin tonight with some breaking high school football news. 4-time consecutive state football champs Lafayette Christian no longer have a head coach.
Jacardi Carter and LCA parted ways. Trev Falk assumes the role of head coach for the Knights.
We're really excited about the opportunity that we have this year. We have a really good group of kids, as well as a really good group of young kids who will be stepping into some larger roles for us this season.
Despite the recent winning, Lafayette Christian Academy, especially the seniors, know there is still a lot of work ahead of them.
It's a big target on our backs, but we're ready for everything that comes with it.
It's unfinished business. We want to finish our senior season with a ring.
We have a lot of work to do, and we just want to go out like the rest of the classes with a state championship.
The 2022 senior class understands that this is their football team. This is their year. This is their opportunity to really leave their legacy, leave their mark on our program.
West and Riggs both agree on a key for the Knights to be successful this year.
Play LCA football.
Play LCA football.
And what is LCA football?
Stay focused, stay disciplined, high pace.
Same high motor, discipline, don't let anything else get to us. That goes back to our foundational principles for me, which is love, faith, discipline, playing with tremendous toughness, and having a great work ethic.
LCA's first regular season game is at Westgate. In Lafayette, Karaski Melvin, KLFY Sports.
The Vermilion Catholic Eagles lose 8 starters coming up. How they plan to rebound in 2021.
You're watching First and 10 Opening Drive. sponsored by Albertsons.
Just get in the car.
Welcome back, George, Madeline. You're watching First and 10 Opening Drive. Class 1A features 3 Acadiana districts with teams that are of interest to our area.
District 5 1A has 5 local teams, and the ones to watch out for in that district are Sacred Heart, St. Edmund, and Opelousas.
The Blue Jays have solid coaching and talent and look for an improved 2021. Opelousas Catholic has to replace Keon Coleman, but expect big things for the future.
Sacred Heart should compete for the district title and looks forward to the T Cotton Bowl. In 8-1A, Highland Baptist hopes a new year can provide an opportunity to compete.
We'll be a different team this year. We graduated 13 seniors from last year, and nearly all of our skill kids were seniors. So we're going to be different in the backfield, different at quarterback, different at receiver.
We expect to be a very good team this year. We have a lot of seniors. Usually when you have a lot of seniors, you have a really good team.
Most of them spent the summer working, trying to get stronger, trying to get a little bit quicker, and trying to learn offensively and defensively what we're going to ask them to do this year.
Good experience coming back. You know, we have a big group of seniors here. You know, we had a few guys come in. You know, this has been a group that's had some success since their freshman year. So I'm expecting some good things from them this year.
Alrighty, transitioning to a new year with less restrictions, less familiar faces, but the same confidence. The Vermilion Catholic Eagles are excited and ready to get the season underway.
All right, the pain train's coming through Abbeville. News 10 Sports' Caitlin Johnson has more.
Vermilion Catholic faced many challenges and restrictions last year, playing their first full season during the pandemic. Now going into 2021, the Eagles are ready to get out of the pods and onto the field as a team once again.
For me, the team building of it, you know, and not having to necessarily separate the team into pods and into different groups, having the guys all in the building together is crucial to building kind of that team environment, especially when you're bringing in a lot of new pieces.
The Eagles coaching staff have big decisions to make with their roster to replace 8 starters from their 2020 offense, including offensive MVP quarterback Drew Leger.
We're excited. We're excited. We had a great summer, obviously a different summer, having the kids in the building every day and being able to do a few things that we were held back from doing last year. But we're looking to have a great year. We have a lot of new faces offensively and defensively, so we're excited to see what those guys can do.
Mikey Bazaar is looking to be a leader in his senior season, moving from wide receiver to quarterback to replace Leger this offseason. Coach says Bazaar is one to keep an eye on as the season gets underway.
I think our biggest challenge is, you know, definitely the learning curve that we're going to have with a lot of our new guys. We have some important positions to fill that we had some great players at last year that some guys are going to have to step up, and we don't quite know exactly who those guys are going to be yet, but we're looking forward to finding out.
Vermilion Catholic has a standard of winning in their program, and they have a lot to be confident about, considering the 7 defensive starters who will be returning this season for the Eagles. That includes defensive MVP Ashton Belair. Last year, Vermilion Catholic fell short to Ouachita Christian in the 1A semifinals, losing by 2 points in overtime. This season, the team is working towards a better outcome.
I think there's an expectation and a standard that our guys are blessed to have. They expect to win. The standard's very high. We have a lot of community support. So I think just knowing that there's a winning culture here.
In Abbeville, Caitlin Johnson, KLFY News 10.
Caitlin, thanks. Coming up, a time-honored tradition in Evangeline Parish takes place during the first week of the high school football season. Welcome back. One of the coolest high school football traditions in Acadiana and across the state continues this year, and it takes place in Ville Platte. It's the T Cotton Bowl. The game of sportsmanship between Ville Platte and Sacred Heart brings the community and city together across socioeconomic classes. This year's game will be played at Sacred Heart. Both teams excited for the 18th installment of the T Cotton Bowl.
It's a huge game for us. It's a huge game for the community. You know, the two schools come together. You know, Dr. Tim Fontenot does a great job promoting the game. You know, we missed out on that game last year.
It's a good thing that we brought the game back. You know, it's the one time of the year where both sides of town get together and kind of rejoice and celebrate just in the game. It's just a game of unity and camaraderie and just kind of showing one Ville Platte united.
All right, can't wait for that. Can't wait for the start of the season.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fun, no doubt about it. Thanks for joining us tonight. The high school football season begins September 3rd.
Don't forget to tune in to Week 1 of First and 10 that evening. We begin at 10:15.
Good night.